Did you know the oldest sound of war isn't a bang, but a whisper? Long before drones and satellites, battles were won with patience, deception, and time. These ancient strategies are still with us, like invisible smoke on the modern battlefield, quietly shaping our world without ever making a sound. It's a reminder that war has always been a game of the mind, about waiting just as much as striking, and about silence as much as noise. The oldest lessons were never forgotten, just disguised. Think about ancient ruins. Archaeologists find walls built not just to stop armies, but to slow them down, funneling them into kill zones where fear did the real work. Today, we see the same idea in urban choke points, supply chain bottlenecks, and even digital firewalls. Controlling movement still defines victory. Ancient maps of mountains and rivers are now satellite grids and data flows, but the principle is the same. Terrain, whether real or virtual, is the silent architect of conflict. Old legends tell of generals who didn't defeat their enemies. They exhausted them. They stretched conflicts across seasons until hunger, doubt, and even the weather turned against their foes. Now, as climate change redraws our world, the same logic applies. Controlling water, energy, and food is a weapon more powerful than any missile. Survival is the ultimate leverage, and it's already shaping borders, migration, and power struggles for generations to come. Modern tech feels new, but is it really? Surveillance networks are just high-tech scouts on the hill. Predictive algorithms are just rumors in the marketplace, made digital. These are tools to shape what you think, not just what you see, making people compliant before they even think to resist. Political influence works the same way, funding stories and redrawing alliances so the conflict seems inevitable, not engineered. By the time we notice, our choices have already vanished. What connects all these eras? The deliberate suppression of truth, from the first king who carved only his victories into stone, to the classified archives sealed for decades. Controlling the story of war means controlling its future. The most dangerous battles are the ones fought in the shadows, the ones who are trained not to see. Legends tell of wars won without a single battle, of cities surrendering to shadows that crept into minds, not over walls. Archaeology confirms these stories, with ancient tablets describing spies, fabricated omens, and staged retreats. These were strategies perfected by civilizations that understood fear travels faster than any army. They drew maps with phantom roads and misleading distances, designed to lure invaders into exhaustion. This cartographic deception is still alive today in misinformation campaigns and cyber feints, where false data redirects our attention and drains resources. It proves that manipulating knowledge has always been a primary weapon, quietly bending outcomes before any physical conflict even begins. Time itself became a battlefield. Ancient commanders learned to stretch campaigns across winters and droughts, trusting the climate to weaken their enemies more effectively than any blade. We see this lesson carved into the ruins of fortresses, abandoned due to famine, not assault. Today, this strategy resurfaces as nations maneuver around supply chains, sanctions, and energy dependencies. They allow pressure to build invisibly, with climate change amplifying these tactics by destabilizing harvests and coastlines, turning weather into an unclaimed ally. And while governments deny any intent, framing collapse as coincidence, the patterns repeat with unnerving precision across continents and decades. Archaeological discoveries often threaten our comfortable narratives, revealing alliances that were erased from history and defeats that were concealed. Throughout time, those in power have suppressed such findings, locking away forbidden texts or discrediting scholars. This is mirrored today when leaked documents vanish and digital records are Controlling history is how you shape future obedience. Modern technology just accelerates this suppression through algorithms that decide what is seen and what is forgotten, just like ancient scribes who scraped their tablets clean. It's a reminder that silence can be engineered as carefully as any weapon. Beneath all this lies a deeper unease. The realization that progress hasn't replaced ancient strategy. It has perfected it. Satellites are just extensions of watchtowers, and databases are the new scrolls. As archaeology, climate science, and leaked archives converge, a clear pattern emerges of wars guided by patience and concealment. It forces us to ask whose interests are truly being served. Is the past warning us, or is it instructing us? The same invisible hands continue to shape tomorrow's conflicts. and we rarely challenge them until the consequences arrive unannounced, shattering our assumptions all over again. Have you ever felt like you're caught in a cycle you can't see? That the chaos of our modern world, the economic pressures, the political divisions, the constant stream of information isn't random at all. What if I told you that the strategies shaping our lives today were perfected thousands of years ago? Ancient strategies are resurfacing, hiding in plain sight within modern doctrines. Wars are no longer declared with trumpets and banners. They're curated. They unfold silently through economics, climate pressure, and engineered division. Think of the slow encirclement of a medieval city, the siege walls, cutting off supplies. Now, picture that same strategy executed with debt, engineered scarcity, and digital influence. It's the same tactic, just a different battlefield. Archaeology reveals a chilling pattern. Great civilizations often collapsed not from a foreign invasion, but from internal fracture. They were nudged toward polarization, convinced the real enemy was their neighbor, not an unseen hand. Pulling the strings from above, this allowed strategists to guide a society's collapse without ever firing a single arrow. Today, we see echoes of this as algorithms and media narratives push us into opposing camps, making us believe the fight is between us, rather than against a system designed to control us. Lost cities, swallowed by desert and sea. Whisper stories of knowledge deliberately fragmented. Technologies and maps were hidden or destroyed to keep rivals from rising. The modern parallels are uncanny. Patents sealed for national security, groundbreaking research classified, and world-changing innovations delayed. It's a quiet war over progress itself, where controlling the pace of advancement is the ultimate strategic weapon. As climate change intensifies, this struggle becomes even more critical. Those who control the solutions to survival, like access to water or clean energy, dictate our future. It's no different from ancient priests who guarded calendars and weather knowledge, shaping a population's fate while everyone else believed disaster was simply inevitable, not designed. Forbidden texts and suppressed histories surface from time to time, challenging the official timelines we're taught. They expose cycles of manipulation, only to be dismissed as conspiracy or discredited by experts. This suppression continues today, in a more subtle form. Digital platforms quietly erase context, prioritize distraction, and ensure our collective memory remains shallow. Because a population without a sense of its own history is easier to guide, easier to exhaust, and easier to divide as we scroll through an endless feed of noise. The absence of truth becomes a strategy as effective as any army, silencing dissent through information overload rather than brute force. The strategies shaping tomorrow were perfected long ago. Beneath the sleek surface of innovation lies repetition, and beneath what we call progress lies selectively erased memory. If war no longer needs armies, only our silence and our patience, then the most chilling truth is this: the next great conflict may already be unfolding, unnoticed, normalized, and accepted long before history dares to give it a name. Thanks for watching. If this made you think, hit subscribe and join the conversation below.